Recently, we posted a video on the top 10 worst Second Amendment states to live in. And there's a lot of great states that follow the Second Amendment and respect the Constitution. Many states. But there's 10 that stand out above them all. So what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at the top 10 pro-Second Amendment states. Number 1, Arizona. Arizona has always been known as pro-Second Amendment. And not just pro-Second Amendment, but pro-Constitution as well. Number 2, Alaska. I'm not so sure you can even survive in Alaska outside of the cities without a firearm. So it doesn't surprise me that Alaska is at the top of this list as well. Number 3, Wyoming. Wyoming is a very, very wide open state. There's less than 1 person per square mile in Wyoming. And I have found the people of Wyoming are some of the friendliest people that are very pro-America, and of course that means pro-Constitution as well. Number 4, Montana. I'm not so sure an anti-Second Amendment official has ever been voted into any office in anywhere Montana. It just seems to be that kind of a state that really respects its firearms. Number 5, Idaho. Idaho has always been on this list. This has been a state that has respected the firearm and the Second Amendment. I don't know if it has ever existed in another way. Idaho definitely makes this list for all its pro-Second Amendment stances over the decades. Number 6, Missouri. My home state of Missouri. Now, Missouri was the very first state to incorporate constitutional carry. It was also the very first state to pass laws preventing any federal agent from performing anti-Second Amendment laws in the state. Now, growing up in Missouri, Missouri has not always been this way. When I bought my first handgun, I had to go get a permit and wait 14 days to get it back, and that only allowed me to buy 1 gun. But what we've seen over the last couple decades is Missouri has completely flipped around. Number 7, Kentucky. Kentucky also does not surprise me. This state is very grounded into American tradition, and that of course means that they're going to be pro-Second Amendment. So Kentucky definitely makes this list. Number 8, Oklahoma. My family in Oklahoma was really the countryside of my family. We had to cross 3 creeks just to get to my grandma's house growing up. Use an outhouse and clean up in a metal bowl that was white with a little red rim around it. I never forget those days. And much of what we grew up eating was game when I was visiting my family down there. So this doesn't surprise me at all. Number 9, Kansas. Kansas has always been this way. Even when Missouri was anti-Second Amendment, Kansas was pro-Second Amendment. They've always been this way. I really have never known Kansas to be a different way, to be quite honest. Growing up in Missouri, Kansas was always considered one of the most pro-Second Amendment states around that area. And finally, number 10, Texas. Texas has always been founded on the firearm, and Texas will always be that way. What we are seeing in Texas, however, is as the computer industry and the technology industry is growing in Dallas and Houston and those areas, it's beginning to look a little bit like California in its population and its voting. So I hope that it is able to hold this, and again, as I stated, I do believe it'll always be pro-Second Amendment, but I think Texas needs to be cautious. It's leaning another direction. So there you go. There's what I believe to be the top 10 pro-Second Amendment states in the Union right now, and again, there's a lot of them out there, so I guarantee a lot of you are going to say, well, what about this state, what about that state? There's more pro-Second Amendment states out there than there are anti-Second Amendment states. So I hope this video is helping. Any comments, and especially if I missed them, put them below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe.